Welcome, AC interns. Ms. Blanca Mansour has put together a 2-hour PPR test preparation online guide to assist you in passing this required test. There are 7 attachments for you. The first one has a voice guiding you through the PowerPoint. The next 5 attachments are designed to help you with strategies, the test design, practice tests, and resources. The last attachment, attachment number 7, is your study plan. In order to receive 2 hours of training credits toward your 300 required hours, you must complete the attachments and email your study plan to your coordinator. 2 hours of training will be added to your transcript at that time. The AC department hopes these attachments will help you to pass the PPR and become a certified teacher. These are the components. Component number 1 is this PowerPoint presentation. Number 2 is the PPR practice test. Please print this test and complete it. Number 3 is the PPR teacher standards. You will see the test at a glance. Number 4 is the PPR test strategies. These will be resources for you to study. Number 5 is the PPR resources of vocabulary and flashcards. Number 6 is the TEA preparation manual. You will find the answers to the practice test and the rationale for each answer. Number 7 is the PPR study plan to be completed and emailed to your coordinator after completing all the above components. At this time, I will ask that you please take the pretest, please print the attached handout entitled Pretest, and take up to 45 minutes to answer all the questions. The test is broken down into 4 domains. Domain number 1, designing instruction and assessment to promote student learning, is the largest of the domains. It is approximately 34% of the test. Domain number 2, creating a positive, productive classroom environment, is 13% of the test. Domain number 3, implementing effective, responsive instruction and assessment, is 33% of the test. And domain number 4, fulfilling professional roles and responsibilities, is 20% of the test. You need to pass the 4 sections of the test to pass the test. If you fail one of them, you will have to retake the entire test. Domain number 1. Let's highlight some of the key components in competency number 1. Human developmental processes, motivate through instruction and ongoing assessment. We're going to do this for every competency. Your homework is to make sure you understand and familiarize yourself with what every term means and implies. I'm giving you a minute to read and answer sample question competency number 1. When you're finished, please go to the next slide. The correct answer is D. The teacher understands that Sarah must experience success if she is to develop a sense of industry and avoid feelings of inferiority, which contribute to negative cycles of learning, referring to Erikson's theories of psychosocial development. A, B, C are all critical areas of knowledge for the teacher, but are not specifically related to the issue described here. Domain 1, competency number 2. The key words: plan and design with diversity in mind to promote all students' learning. Sample question competency 2. I'll give you a minute to read and answer the question, then please go to the next slide. The correct answer is A. Ms. Smith must consider the learning preferences and emotional factors of her learners as she constructs learning activities for the study. To consider cooperative group projects versus independent work is one aspect of her preparation. Another would be the range of products deemed acceptable as demonstrations of knowledge. B, C, and D might be considered once she plans the study, but they are unrelated to the issue of preparing for the stated instructional outcomes. Domain 1, competency number 3. Our keywords: design effective, coherent instruction and assessment, learning goals, and objectives. Sample question, competency number 3. I'll give you a minute to read and answer the question, then please go to the next slide. The The correct answer is A. Lessons that enable students to experience a high rate of success during independent practice is directly related to enhanced students' achievement and heightened self-esteem. B. Parents are not present during independent practice at school. C. Homework is not being addressed. And D. Questions are always welcome, and D does not answer this question. Domain 1, competency number 4. The key words: you need to make sure your planning will result in effective, ongoing instruction and assessments. Sample question, competency number 4. I'll give you 1 minute to read, please, and turn to the next slide. Continue reading and answer the question. When you're finished, go to the next slide. The correct answer is D. The teacher understands how learning occurs and can apply this understanding to design and implement effective instruction. A is a false statement. B may or may not be false, but this is an attitude distinctive to each teacher. C is subjective statement. It is an opinion and is dependent upon individual parents. Domain 2, competency number 5. This competency is almost self-explanatory. Create an environment that is safe and productive physically and emotionally. Sample question, competency number 5. Please read. When you're finished, go to the next slide. Then I'll give you 1 minute to read and answer this question. When you're finished, go to the next slide. The correct answer is B. Choice is an important element in motivating students to learn. A is a contradictory with the stated purpose of the activity. The students propose the questions, so covering all the questions should not be a problem. C is incorrect because the students have chosen what they consider to be key questions. The teacher should select different or additional key questions. D is a possibility, but only if there is a specific reason why all the students should not research all the questions. Domain number 2, competency number 6. Talks about student behavior, how to manage students in the classroom by creating a productive learning environment. Sample question, competency number 6. Please read and go to the next slide. Please answer the question and go to the next slide when you're finished. The correct answer is A. When establishing a productive learning environment, it is the teacher's responsibility to set clear expectations for student behavior during instructional time while providing routines and procedures for what to do when the current assignment has been completed. B and D are incorrect because they assume that the situation is a discipline problem and not a teacher management issue. C is incorrect because whole group direct instruction will not always be the most appropriate instructional approach. Therefore, their solution inappropriately limits the variety of strategies available to the teacher. Domain number 3, competency number 7. At this competency, pay attention and find out the elements of effective communication. Simple question, competency number 7. Please take a minute to read and answer the question and go to the next slide when you're finished. The correct answer is B. B is positive and involves the students in creating a rubric to use for the math work. The rubric should improve the scores if students use it. Eliminate A, as the human brain has difficulty remembering more than 7 items. Eliminate C, as it sounds threatening and sarcastic. Eliminate D, as it too is sarcastic and does nothing to communicate a solution. Domain 3, competency number 8. What does actively mean in this context? How do engaged students look in the classroom? Sample question, competency number 8. I'll give you a minute to read and answer the question, then please go to the next slide. The correct answer is C. C involves students in hands-on learning or active research about a topic. This would be the way to most actively engage students in the learning. Answers A, B, and D are all teacher-focused. Domain 3, competency number 9. Get familiarized with the different ways you can use technology in the classroom for testing, educational games, presentations, and so much more. Simple question, competency number 9. I'm giving you a minute to read and answer the question, then please go to the next slide. The correct answer is C. A, eliminate A because parents do not have to justify the reasons for not wanting a child to be pictured in a visual presentation. B, eliminate B, do not ask students to argue or beg parents about decision. Eliminate D, as this would be illegal because the child is a minor and grounds for legal action by the parents against the teacher. Domain 3, competency number 10. Study the different ways you can give immediate feedback to your students. Remember, everything is student-centered in the classroom. Sample question, competency number 10. Give you a minute to read and answer the question, then please go to the next slide. The correct answer is B. If the teacher spends 2/3 of the instruction on liquids, then 2/3 of the test should cover liquids. This makes the instruction and the assessment congruent. Eliminate A because teachers should construct tests that match the instructional objectives and not rely on the publisher's test. Eliminate C and D because 2/3 of the instructions was on liquid, so 2/3 of the test should be on liquids, not 1/3 or 1/2. Domain 4, competency number 11. How can you involve family and legal guardians in the classroom? Make them part of the team to educate their children. Sample question, competency number 11. I'm giving you a minute to read and answer the question before going on to the next slide. The correct answer is B. The least effective way is B because it's negative. You contact the parents because there is a problem. A is a very effective procedure. C is effective because parents are welcomed and can view the classroom. D is an excellent way to talk to parents individually. Domain 4, competency number 12. How professionalism looks in school and in the community, not only in the classroom. Sample question, competency number 12. I'll give you a minute to read and answer the question before going on to the next slide. The correct answer is C. C is correct because it involves self-examination. Eliminate A as changing his philosophy will not be easy and will not help him reflect on his teaching. Eliminate B because students may not be objective in their suggestions. Eliminate D as this is observing another teacher rather than self-examination. Domain 4, competency number 13. Study teacher standards and the legal aspect of being a teacher, not only in the classroom but also at school with administrators and the community. Sample question 13. I'm giving you a minute to read and answer before going on to the next slide. The correct answer is D. Choice D is not legal. A teacher must follow the IEP unless that plan is changed in an ARD meeting in some way or the student is dismissed from special education placement after an ARD meeting. A, B, and C would be legally correct to do. This last slide refers you to the study plan. You're going to work on the study plan, and after analyzing your answers in the pretest, identify what domains and competencies need a deeper study. Decide how long you're going to study daily or weekly to cover everything you need to study before the test. You're going to send a copy of your lesson plan to your coordinator if you want to receive 2 hours of training on your AC transcript. Thank you.